Former San Francisco 49er quarterback Colin Kaepernick elected to opt out his contract, meaning he quit his job as an NFL quarterback. And we as the black community are outraged simply because nobody has elected to opt back in. We debate here on Homage Speaks. You tuned in to another edition of Homage Speaks, and I want to make my perspective real clear because I think a lot of people are misunderstanding where I'm coming from. I'm only talking about Colin Kaepernick, the football player. I don't want to really indulge in the politics. I just want to lay down the facts, and you tell me what you think about said facts. The military, the Department of Defense, gave the NFL over the last 4 seasons $14.4 million to advertise the military. The issue with Colin Kaepernick is not his stance towards police brutality in this country, but he elected to kneel before an investment of the NFL. Why? Protesting the police brutality in this country. The NFL, we all know, wants to protect their image and they want to protect their investments. And Colin Kaepernick is not one of their investments. He's one of their employees. Those investors pay the NFL, which allows the NFL to pay the employees. That is the issue here. Colin Kaepernick is a good football player. He deserves to be on the field. He deserves to play this game. I do agree with that. He is, if we're doing a scale from 1 through 52 of the quarterbacks that be in the NFL, he deserves to be one of them. He's in the middle of the pack. Exactly 200 passes thrown last year by 34 quarterbacks in the NFL. Colin Kaepernick ranked 30th out of those 34. I say that again, he ranked 30th out of 34 quarterbacks throwing the football more than 200 times. The teams that he's going to be elected to go to, they're going to ask him to throw the ball more than 200 times. And I'm telling you right now, Colin Kaepernick wants to be a starter in this game, and you cannot take a starter in this game with the kind of baggage that Colin Kaepernick is going to come with for 30th in the game of football. You just can't do that. You can't risk that. That's a low risk, low reward. The quarterbacks that he beat out is Jared Goff, who's still in the contract, Case Keenum, who has a contract, and Brock Osweiler, who has a contract. I do believe that he's better than all 3 of those quarterbacks that I just named, and he will eventually get an opportunity to be in the NFL. But the team that was selected, I really don't understand why the Seahawks or the Ravens didn't bring him in as a backup, but I do understand why the Miami Dolphins did not bring him in. 40% of the fan base do not like Colin Kaepernick's comments toward how he viewed Fidel Castro, and also it is 4 weeks prior to the NFL season, and the Dolphins organization has selected not to bring in Colin Kaepernick due to the fact that they want to bring in a quarterback that's going to start, and the easiest solution for them was Jay Cutler. As bad as Jay Cutler has been throughout his career, he's a better fit for that situation. He can adjust to the play calls, he can adjust to the personnel, he can do what they need to do from that position and not be the headache that Colin Kaepernick is going to bring that situation. The talent does not outweigh what he's going to bring to the table. We want to deal with Colin Kaepernick, the football player, and not Colin Kaepernick outside of the field. His out of the field antics or his stance or his protest or whatever words you want to put on it outweighs his value as a football player. And that is his biggest issue right now. And it's only because he plays the quarterback position. I do believe he was a running back, wide receiver, D lineman, center, kicker, any other position in the game of football, he probably would be in the NFL at the drop of a hat. Because this is the only situation that he's been a part of. This is the only trouble that he's ever been in. And this is not even really trouble. But let's be clear here. Colin Kaepernick has upset a lot of people, including Mr. John Wooten. John Wooten is the guy who orchestrated the summit for Muhammad Ali, who had the likes of Bill Russell and Jim Brown there. He was setting up a similar summit for Mr. Colin Kaepernick, and Colin Kaepernick's camp has advised him to make some bad decisions and rub those people the wrong way as well. Mr. Wooten is very connected and very powerful in the NFL, and he was able to make sure that Colin Kaepernick would have had a job within the next 24 to 48 hours after that summit was happening. He has that kind of clout, he has that kind of respect, and he has that kind of power, and he knows how to play the game. Colin Kaepernick is a great player, but he's playing this game wrong. And until he plays this game correctly, he would not be in an NFL uniform. boycotting the NFL will not help the situation at hand. Yes, it may get Colin Kaepernick another job and another opportunity to showcase his ability to play football, but it would not solve the issue of police brutality of black unarmed citizens in America. I need us to really get on board with that. I do agree with Colin Kaepernick's stance, but this is the same guy who quit on his job. So what makes you think he won't quit on you when he get his job back? And with that being said, this marks another edition of Homage Speaks.